What is going on, everybody? It's Alex. Come back here in another video. And today we are doing round 2 of 5 of this mock draft. And so far we've had some pretty mixed opinions on the first round. Some of you Panthers fans are all on the Zach Wilson side. Some of you guys are in love with the trade up. So obviously that's the whole entire point of these trades things. And again, the whole entire point that you guys watch me. I'm going to show you guys my opinion. I like to take your guys' opinion into account. However, if you guys want me to do a video on why I think that Justin Fields trade was worth it, I'm absolutely 100% going to do that for you guys. Because, of course, we got to get some video content in there. You know, like, obviously, I don't want to be doing a damn mock draft every single day for you guys, unless it's, of course, a 7-round, which I've promised you guys multiple times over. However, you guys aren't here to hear me talk about that. If you guys want to have any video suggestions, drop it down below, because in the off season, I ain't going to do one of these every day. Nothing's going to be changing, and I'm not going to be the stereotypical copy-paste type of dude. I want to keep it a little bit interesting, so let's kick on with it. Also, just want to address this one thing. One of you guys, I'm not going to call you out, but I mean, of course, if you look in the last video, comment section, you can see it. One of you guys likes to take a little bit of a shot at me because I like to reference Mel Kiper and other draft analysts' opinions on things. And they said that they can't take me seriously because of that. And since I haven't been able to watch tape. Well, if we're going to be 100% honest here, let's look at this. Let's see how many players there are in this entire draft, all right? Let's look at it. What is it? Oh, 595, all right? So there's 595 guys. By the way, the 594th dude, what's his name? He's out of Minnesota, Ottman Bell. That's so underrated. But 595 guys. 32 teams, 53 men on the roster. As well as me having to balance a job, as well as also college, of course. So when you guys try to take pot shots on me for not knowing every single thing about every single player, it's because I want to take time into actually studying every single player so you guys don't get some bull crap, some stupid stereotypical, oh, I read TDN's draft report and I'm going to spew it back out to you. All right? I'm going to watch all these players, give them some time, be able to see who pops off on tape, and that's how I build my own board. So if you guys don't like that, you guys don't want to take me seriously because I'm going to trust the true people who know what the hell they're talking about until I make my own decision, I mean, don't stay here. Realistically, don't stay here. That's the whole entire point. I update this every week because I learn new things about players all the time. Paulson Adebo, thing I started watching him a little bit more, heard from you guys, looked at his speed, I'm like, dude, this guy is so super slow. I mean, there's things like that where I used to put him in the first, and now he's dropping to the third for me. There's stuff like that honestly, guys, like, if you guys want some really quality content, don't bitch about me trying to give you guys some quality content, all right? So I'm going to be trying to, like, again, if I don't know something, I'm not going to spew out some bull crap about things that I've never seen. I'm going to spew out stuff that people who've been watching him are going to say, including my friend who is the head scout on the 49ers, all right? So, again, just going to have a quick little rant right there. But for you guys who are trying to come at me for quoting Mel Kiper Jr. on a guy, especially like Jay Tuafele, who I don't like interior defensive lineman as it is, but somebody who I am looking forward to watching, just chill, dude. Chill. There's a whole entire reason we do a series every single week. I learn more every single week. Then you guys get to have feedback from me. I learn more about your teams, your draft strategies, etc. Let's get into the video, though. That was a little bit of a rant, so sorry, guys. You guys could have skipped over that. You guys probably already did. This first pick, this is an easy one. I've been doing it for a long time. I think that you need a true second corner to C.J. Henderson because C.J. Henderson is lights out. I love that pick to death. Hopefully he can stay healthy. That's a big thing. Asante Samuel Jr. is like, I love Asante Samuel Jr. He's a kind of a draft crush of mine as well. He's just an absolute stud. He's the best player on that Florida State entire team. And plus, he has that lineage to him. So, I mean, that's absolutely awesome. He's been being trained from a very young age from a very high-level corner, right? So, Asante Samuel Jr. is going to be a perfect pairing. You guys need a corner, you need a safety, possibly 2 safeties. That is going to be kind of your little niche right there. I'd love that pick for the Jaguars. No trade there whatsoever. Now, Jets, where do we go with you guys? All right, we got your wide receiver, we got your quarterback. Let's see who's on the board, though. Could use a center? Maybe. I don't know if Van Roten's really going to be the solution at right guard. I believe he plays right guard for you guys. So we could even go Creed Humphrey here. Alex Leatherwood, of course. But again, I think George Fant has another year on his contract. It's not a need right now. We could look at cornerback for you guys. But, I mean, do you guys want to be going with Darian Kendrick at the spot? It's possible. But, I mean, we could be going for a guy like Jason Away here. Aiden Hutchinson. But, I mean, again, we could also be stealing Travis Etienne at the spot. Again, you do need some defensive weapons. That's 100% true. If you guys want to come at me and say, dude, we need some defense help, that's 100% valid. However, there really is only 4 running backs I like in this class. All right, we got Travis, who he's pretty damn solid. Najee, love him to death. Javonte Williams, and then somebody who is a little bit more down, Michael Carter. Mohamed Ibrahim is somebody who's like a flex 5th, but those are the 4 dudes who are probably my favorite. So, I mean, realistically, you don't have very good pickings down the line. ETN's going to be your Alvin Kamara back. If you're going to be wanting to go with Zach Wilson, give him somebody good to check down to. He has some solid wide receivers there, but be able to just build that offense up. Because I'm telling you, in this division where you have so much young talent, you're going to need to keep up with it. And Travis Etienne's a true 3-down back. If you want to build in another power running back, you already have LaMichael Pirine there. That's going to be wonderful. Travis Etienne's going to be a great pairing with Zach Wilson. Plus, you got your extra picks for the next years as well to be able to boost up the offensive line. I think you're chilling. You're straight chilling at this point. Bengals. Now, you guys need offensive line like it's nobody's business. I know you guys say this repeatedly over. You guys can go after a guy like Jalen Mayfield. You guys could go after a multitude of routes, all right? I am 100% planted in this decision. You guys cannot get me out of this decision whatsoever. Unless you wanted to go for Darian Kendrick here. There are 2 options, Trey Smith and Darian Kendrick. I know that you guys are down to, I believe, 2 cornerbacks on roster after this year, all right? Because William Jackson doesn't deserve his money. Straight up, he doesn't deserve his money whatsoever. So that's a big factor, right? You guys could definitely use a cornerback here. However, dude, you have Joe Mixon that you just signed a huge contract to. You have Joe Burrow, who just tore his ACL because your line was absolute garbage. If you guys want to see my board, you shall see that Trey Smith is my number 23 guy in the entire class. That's huge. Trey Smith can run block like a G. Trust me, this entire offensive line is complete crap. You guys definitely need the help. Get Trey Smith in there and be able to protect Joe Burrow and maximize your value for Joe Mixon. I'm telling you, it's the key. You need to do it. None of these dudes are really long-term options. Be able to get Trey Smith as well as, of course, Penei Sewell. You're cooking. You're cooking with Crisco, guys. Panthers, where do we go with you guys? Some of you guys did not like that trade up, and that's okay. It's perfectly fine for you guys not to like to do that. It's a very risky trade. Now, we could be going Darian Kendrick here, or we could be going Dylan Moses. It's one of the two. All right, and I want your guys' feedback down in the comments section, because I know I have a lot of Panthers fans, and I love it. I love it to death. Now, linebacker, that's a pretty big need, right? We're going to be honest there. That's a pretty big need. Darian Kendrick as well. I mean, you could definitely need a secondary piece like Darian Kendrick. But I think that guy like Dylan Moses, if you want to look at the linebackers on the board, like you jump from Dylan Moses to Jabril Cox. And Jabril Cox, he's kind of like a later second to me, like maybe an early third. But Dylan Moses, I mean, his upside is just through the roof. With Matt Rule, I think this is just the brightest, the smartest decision you can make. Even with Darian Kendrick on the board, I think there's some really good value down the board. You look at Elijah Molden. You look at a guy like Roger McCreary, a guy like Marco Wilson, who could definitely fall because of his personality issue. We're 100% going to be going Dylan Moses here. Get your maximum value there. No trade back needed, especially with the Eagles, who would probably want a linebacker. All these teams are probably just trying to keep whatever they can because, I mean, the Bengals, you might want to say they could trade back, right? You could say that maybe the Panthers could trade back with of course, the Dolphins to be able to, so they can jump and get Najee Harris. 100% valid reasoning. However, I think there's a lot bigger needs on the table for a lot of teams, and I'm pretty sure that the Panthers would be afraid of the Falcons jumping and trading back with the Eagles and then losing out on their guy. Now, Falcons have been doing this religiously. I love this pick. Najee Harris, I know it's stealing him right from the Dolphins, right? That's absolutely, it rips out the heart of Dolphins fans because they would love Najee Harris. That'd be amazing, right? You get Waddle, you get Najee, you get Micah Parsons. That'd be a dream draft, right? Fortunately, that's not going to be the case. We're sticking to the main trades here. I mean, no trades situation here because this draft's fallen pretty perfectly for a lot of these teams. I mean, there's still talent here like Jalen Mayfield. If you want to put Robert Hunt back to guard, you can 100% do that. But you guys need a center. Like Michael Dieter, he ain't the answer. And I think you have like Ted Karras, ? Correct me on that, guys, as center. And Creed Humphrey deserves to be a first-round pick. He was a top 10 pick for me for a very long time. He was MVP last week in his game. Like he was just like the best center in the entire country. He's better than Landon Dickerson, who of course tore his ACL. Hopefully, I don't think he tore his ACL. He definitely hurt his knee in some way, shape, or form, and I hope he heals up very quickly. But Creed Humphrey is the best center in the entire class. So I think that if you're able to do that, he also has guard versatility if you want to put him there in case Eric Flowers turns into the revolving door that we all know him to be. This is just the perfect spot for that. Now, at this spot, the Eagles, you could get Darian Kendrick if you want. I don't think that's an exact fit though. If we're gonna be 100% honest here, I'm just not vibing with it. I think the later round corners, Robert Rochelle, talking about Roger McCreary. I talk about Roger McCreary a lot, but those guys are gonna be far better fit, for the value, than a guy like Darian Kendrick. I think Darian Kendrick could fit better on the Bills or something, maybe even on the Cowboys. But there are guys like Jalen Mayfield, Rashawn Slater here, teams that really do need tackles are going to be hungry to move up, and as well as Jason Away here. So if I'm looking at teams that need a tackle, I'm looking at the Chargers, I'm looking at the Bears. Both teams are very poised with how good their quarterback situation is, and also how poorly their offensive line is. Now the Bears probably are going to be targeting Rashawn Slater because they need guard as well as tackle. But also the Chargers are too. I'm sure the Chargers are going to be happy with Jalen Mayfield falling to them or Alex Leatherwood. So we are going to be trading back with the Eagles. With the Bears. The Bears are going to make a huge jump up in order to secure their guy in Rashawn Slater, who could be a top 10 pick. I've heard rumors from you guys talking about that. We're going to see if a next year 6 is able to do it. No, that's unfortunate. Maybe we're always going to finagle the system here. We're going to send in a potential 5, a second round and a 5th round here, potentially moving up. How many spots is that? That's 9 spots. We have been declined, so we are going to be tossing in a next, where the hell is your 7th round pick? That's weird. We're going to be throwing in a next year 6th as well, and maybe we can get this year 7. We're going to try to finagle that, try to be able to get some extra draft capital, and the Eagles have accepted it. That's wonderful. So we are going to be getting Rashawn Slater. He's going to fix whatever problem we need, for Christ's sakes. Rashawn Slater is going to be able to fix it. He's an excellent, excellent player. Can transition as a guard, center, tackle, wherever you need. That versatility is going to be highly valued in the NFL, and that means the Bears are going to be able to protect their good old buddy there, and Kyle Trask. Now, Cowboys, I've been doing this so much, man. Trayvon Moehrig is a dream fit here. We could have went that way with the Eagles, right? But I don't know if Trayvon Moehrig, he's much more of a strong, heavy safety. Trayvon Moehrig, you guys love the pick, and I'm in love with the pick. We're just consistently, we've been doing this for the past, 7 weeks? All right, these first 2 picks are just a complete constant here. I love the Trayvon Moehrig thing. TCU is right next to Arlington. Everybody around there loves him. He's an excellent safety. I have him almost as a first-round grade, if not a first-round grade. It's just, I love him. He's amazing. He's super consistent as well. I don't know why teams, if you see him go in the first, I wouldn't be surprised to see him in the top 15. I'm going to say it. If I see him in the top 15, I'm going to say, all right, I'm fine with that. Ain't nothing wrong with it, right? Trayvon Moehrig has been consistently the best safety in college football for 2 years now. He's just an absolute stud. Now, Chargers, you guys get a dream pick here. It's either Leatherwood or Mayfield. And we could go Leatherwood with the versatility at guard or tackle. But if we're going to be honest here, I think that Jalen Mayfield is going to provide a much higher upside. And with a team that has that Justin Herbert, of course, you have time to develop. And Jalen Mayfield showed that he is a better tackle than Alex Leatherwood. He's younger as well. Let's just check out that age. Redshirt sophomore. The dude is damn near, he's less than a year younger than me. A year older than me. Alex Leatherwood is a senior. He's freaking over 2 years older. Jalen Mayfield has youth on his side as well as just pure raw talent. And he's been showing that he's been developing this year. Jalen Mayfield's going to be an excellent pick. Don't be surprised if he's in the first. I used to put him at, 23 to the Jets? He is a talented dude, and he showed it out last year as well. He's just been improving on his game this year. Now, Lions, there's 2 routes we can go, all right? We can go Chris Olave. That'd be a very interesting route, all right? I don't think that's the right move, but we could go that way and then have him kind of be your Marvin Jones replacement. We could go Darian Kendrick with how Desmond Trufant has been playing. We could also trade back because we're not going linebacker here. Linebacker, that what the hell are we gonna do? All right, honestly though, we're gonna go get freaking Jabril Cox at 42. I don't think that's the best decision. There are dudes like Jason Away on the board, Darian Kendrick. Teams that need a corner might very well like this pick. You know who needs a corner? I mean, the Cardinals might need a corner, but they are really far away. We're not going to be giving up that much draft capital to get Darian Kendrick at this spot. But there is a team that 100% needs an edge player because I don't think Yannick Ngakoue is being re-signed. That is the Ravens. I had this trade last time. I don't think it was with the Lions here. The Lions, I think, traded back with possibly... They didn't trade back with the Bears. I'm not 100% sure what the trade was last time, but they are 100% trading back with the Ravens this time because this is a... I mean, they have a plethora of picks, all right? So that's... Oh, wait. Pause. We got the wrong way. All right, let's flip it. Let's flip this really quick. Ravens are trading up with the Lions, not the Lions going in reverse. So we are going to be sending in our 6th round, or wherever the hell it says that's going to become likely. So we're going to be trying out this trade here. We could, of course, go for the 4th rounder. Don't want to keep you guys. So they accepted the offer. That's wonderful. So we're going to be getting Jason Away here. It's just a super high-end prospect with a lot of potential there. If you want to save your money, be able to get some extra linemen possibly in free agency, that's going to be a perfect fit. And honestly, Niners did this to you guys last time. Alex Leatherwood's a perfect pick. You guys have a team that, as long as you drop in the right guy, I mean, as long as you have some extra protection there, Leatherwood can play right tackle, right guard, left guard. I mean, hell, if you want to get rid of Trent Williams, go left tackle. Leatherwood can play anywhere. Like, this team is ready, as long as you get some extra protection, ready to make another Super Bowl run. They're really damn talented, especially since you have J.C. Horn and Leatherwood. That is just a dream draft for you guys. All right, Broncos. You guys are probably kicking yourselves because Darian Kendrick's here. He might not fit the scheme perfectly, but man, I mean, who really cares if you can get a value like Darian Kendrick here in this spot? Looking at the targets, Dylan Redun's, I think Garrett Bolt's been playing his mind out. He can be re-signed. Again, Pat Freiermuth at this spot, so we could even see a trade up from the Jags. I did this last time, though. There is a quarterback on the board in Mac Jones, and there are a couple teams that might be vying for it, all right? The Steelers being one of them. I hate to say that. I really hate to say that. Because, of course, last video was recorded before Monday Night Football, and, man, the Steelers do need something. They need something there. But the Patriots really love this. I love this trade. I did this last time. Not going to try to keep this copy-paste all the time, all right? So we are going to be trading up with the Patriots. I could not find the Patriots for a second. With the Broncos to be able to secure their future at quarterback. I mean, man, you're trading up a 7th. Like, you're trading a 7th in order to be able to get your future quarterback. Because, again, the Steelers might be trying to vie for that pick. And Mac Jones, I don't think he fits the scheme very well. We're going to be 100% scared. 100% fair for the Steelers, but man, the Patriots, if they're able to get Mac Jones, realistically, his ceiling could be a Tom Brady. Not the strongest arm in the world, and that's okay. That's okay. It's perfectly fine. He's able to make pinpoint passes. He does underthrow the ball a little bit or overthrow it. But then again, I saw him progress this year. He's shown progression this year. When I watched him in that Florida game, that was absolutely amazing what he was able to do. If they're able to re-sign their linemen and be able to get rid of Cam, because apparently he has a $31 million market value, which is insane, then I think Mac Jones could be on this roster and do a really good job. He's ready to be dropped in day one. I think if the Patriots do this, they're in the playoffs. Simple as that. They're already in the playoffs. Giants, G-Men, a little bit unfortunate. You guys could have traded up for Jason Away. I wouldn't have been mad at you guys at all for that. But we could be going Jalen Phillips here. Jalen Phillips is an absolute weapon, if we're going to be 100% fair. He's somebody who I think he could go in the 1st. With how well he's been playing, he picked up Gregory Rousseau's spot and has just been going lights out. I think in the 3rd round, we could definitely be targeting somebody in like in the area of maybe, let's see, a Tylan Wallace. That's definitely someone we could be possibly trading up for. But right now, I think that you guys need to fix up that edge problem. Man, Jalen Phillips, he's a fun dude. He's a fun dude there. And I think that he's going to work really well in this system. I think that that's going to be probably your best value. I know Darian Kendrick's here, though. So I'm tossing it up between Darian Kendrick and Jalen Phillips. As much as I'm actually like hyping on Jalen Phillips, I think there's really good deep edge value with Joe Tryon even. If you have to reach for Joe Tryon in another round, I'm gonna stick to it. You know what? Darian Kendrick is going to be the pick here. You guys need to get a corner because we all know DeAndre Baker, that was a sad story. You drafted him in the 1st round, had this whole Finanza thing. Obviously not there anymore. Bradbury's been playing his mind out. You have an amazing slot corner in Darnay Holmes. Get Darian Kendrick, who's falling. I don't know how he's falling, but he's falling. Take him. That's an absolute steal. Jags fans, you're probably sick of this, but you also love being sick of this. Pat Fryermuth is going to be a pick here. I mean, I have him as a 22 dude in my class. Of course, I have to do some more tape study on him for this year. I used to have him at 10. I just haven't seen him pop off on tape this year. But I know the potential's there, and giving a guy like Trevor Lawrence a target like Pat Fryermuth instead of a guy like Tyler Eifert, that's golden. That's straight money right there. That's absolutely awesome. I love this pick. I've been doing this for so long now. I used to do it in the first round, for Christ's sakes. I mean, it's a match made in heaven. Now, Broncos, you're at this spot, and you're like, shit. Like, what do? We could go linebacker here, like we did last time with Jabril Cox, but there's a lot of good targets on the board. You know who could be wanting a tackle? The Eagles, for one. They could be looking for one. I mean, I don't think that's an actual viable option, but I mean, there are teams in this NFL, like the Rams, that really do need a tackle. I mean, it's pretty obvious that I'm bugging on his name, but Andrew Whitworth is going to be retiring this offseason. I mean, after his injury, it's a little bit unfortunate, but it's the way it is. Guys, we're going to turn down the screen brightness a little bit just because computer's starting to go off into madman mode. I think this is a good spot for a trade down. You could be getting Jalen Phillips here, but again, I like Malik Reed. I think that he's going to be able to fetch a cheap enough contract to where he's going to be a great value for it. I think that's just going to be the best option overall. I did lower the screen brightness a little bit more just because hopefully it doesn't come through on the screen recording, but the computer's screaming like a madman. We don't need the damn jet engines destroying y'all's ears, as well as y'all's experience. But there is a guy named Chris Olave here as well. I mean, I'm telling you, it wouldn't be a bad idea to be able to trade up with the Washington football team. But given the fact that there are teams that are tackle hungry right now, we're doing a monster trade up with the Los Angeles Rams, who just lost to the Jets. The Jets, I mean, really, guys? You guys really had to lose to them? But, I mean, you guys really had to beat them. But we're going to be seeing which pick will be able to get it. So we're going to be trading this year's 6th and then next year's 7th to be able to trade up. Because the Rams, they ain't going to be taking any chances on missing out on a blue chip tackle in Dylan Redunz. Did this last time, but not this big of a trade. So Dylan Redunz is absolutely going to be the great option here for you guys to be able to take him. And Eagles, you guys are still sitting here being like, shoot, we could take a Jabril Cox here. But I don't know. You guys might want to be collecting some more value for your picks, right? Chris Olave would be a sneaky pick here if you guys want him to be another boundary. If you have Jamar Chase as well as Jalen Reagor as well as Chris Olave, that would be like a dream come true for the offense. But we're going to stick away from that. Tyson Campbell, again, could be a little bit too grabby, might not be the perfect guy in the scheme. We could look at, again, maybe a safety here. We could look at a Javon Holland if we want to. But again, this is where I sniff another trade back. The Eagles, again, you guys traded up in the first place and had to give up some draft capital. I do sniff a trade down here if we're going to be 100% fair with a team that could use an edge rusher like the Dolphins. The Dolphins are going to be trading up here. Here's the interesting thing. We might be seeing the Dolphins trade up twice in this draft. All right, we're going to see what the value is for this pick, but I think the Dolphins are going to really like to be able to get the monster himself in Jalen Phillips from this trade. So we're going to see maybe if we could trade that 6th. We're going to try to finagle this trade a little bit, all right? Straight up, we can try to do it. Of course, it gets denied. We're going to be throwing in a next year 7 to be able to make this very likely in order to be able to at least get some type of value for this draft as well. Because you are semi in rebuild mode, we're going to be drafting Jalen Phillips here. That's going to be a very crucial guy to add to this squad. Jalen Phillips, to me, deserves to be a first-round type of talent. I think that that's going to be perfect for him. So I think that Jalen Phillips is going to fit amazingly on Miami. Re-sign Ogba, train up Phillips, and be able to have a long-lasting career in Miami where he has been playing. I think that he's a hometown boy. He's one of my draft darlings as well. I've loved him from day one. You guys can go back, watch all those videos, and be able to see that. Jalen Phillips is a stud, an absolute stud. Now, Raiders, what the hell do we do with y'all? You guys do need some interior defensive line help. Christian Barmore's been playing his lights out. We'll check the rest of the interior defensive linemen here. Davion Nixon, I have heard some very good things about. I'm going to be honest, I've heard some very good things, even first-round hype on Davion Nixon. However, I'm not going to be sold on Davion Nixon yet. I have not done any research myself. However, if the time comes, I believe that I will be able to take him based off of his reputation. Guys, if you want to rip me a new one for that, feel free to, but honestly, I don't really care. Christian Barmore would be a solid fit here. However, I've just fallen in love with the idea of Marvin Wilson being on this squad. I think he's extremely underrated by TDN. I think that he deserves to be this pick. So we are definitely 100% going to be rocking with Marvin Wilson here. All right, guys. Well, this is going to be a little bit awkward. All right, I'm gonna be straight up honest with you guys. I just had to take a quick little break because, of course, little sidetracked with having to clear up space on my computer. Love that. So I, of course, had to do a split recording, and we were right here at Marvin Wilson. I'm just going to talk about him really quickly. Marvin Wilson going to be able to plug up that middle with, of course, Maurice Hurst. That's going to be an excellent pairing for you guys. I think that in a heavy division that likes to run a lot, especially when you can either have Melvin Gordon run the ball up the gut or else have Drew Lock pass, I think Marvin Wilson's going to be a huge attribute to that. However, we're going back to what I was saying earlier. I recorded another 30 minutes of this, and I don't know if I still have this up, but the file is corrupted. So that's absolutely wonderful. And of course, with how many trades have been going on, it would take me about 2 hours to be able to rebuild this part of the draft. So it is unfortunate, but I'm just going to be going through each pick and be telling you guys what trades did happen. I'm so sorry about that. I love being able to surprise you guys as well as myself with these trades. It's heartbreaking. It's really heartbreaking for me as well as it is probably for you guys. But I got to admit, it was quite a fun draft. So keep tuned with me right here. Already talked about Marvin Wilson. The next pick, the Jags. The Lions were here in the first place, and the Lions, of course, got Christian Barmore. He's a perfect fit for their squad. With a team like the Bears who like to run, Aaron Jones is in the division. You are going to need to be able to plug up that middle. Christian Barmore is going to be an excellent choice for that. He's been playing very well, and just because he didn't reach his Quinnen Williams ceiling does not mean A, he can't, but B, he sucks. It's not the case. He's definitely a talented dude, deserves to be in this second round. Now, the next pick, we have the Washington football team selecting Chris Olave. I told you guys, we got quarterback, we got a secondary weapon, and then we got a safety. Maybe we can take another linebacker in there as well. But those three little heads are going to be the three criteria that I think are going to be crucial to allowing the Washington football team to compete for a Super Bowl. Their team is just stacked. The defenses win championships, and then if the offense sucks, they're not going to be able to win, obviously. But maybe with a guy like Trey Lance, they have a chance. So with Trey Lance, they have a chance. That's a new slogan. But Chris Olave is going to be that true secondary, that second weapon there, and he's going to be great. He's honestly going to be a great option. And man, this team's looking scary, very scary. Now the next pick, the Cardinals, if I'm not mistaken, traded up with the Eagles. I'm going to spoil some trades here with you guys. We're gonna move this over. Yes, they traded up with the Eagles in order to select Tyson Campbell, cornerback out of Georgia. Again, they might not be an actual trade up with the Eagles, so don't quote me on that one. Actually, no, screw that. Apologies. That didn't happen. Tyson Campbell, the trade was Jalen Phillips, for trading Jalen Phillips with the Eagles. However, the Cardinals got to select Tyson Campbell, a true boundary corner who's going to be able to just play his lights out. He's going to be able to play very well. And honestly, it's going to be a really good pairing with Byron Murphy. If Pat Pete wants to stay, maybe for another year, maybe another two, that's going to be a great mentorship for Tyson Campbell. But man, I think Tyson Campbell has that ceiling that is truly special, and that's going to be a great value here in the second. This next pick, we had the Eagles. If I'm not mistaken, I believe they might have traded either up or B for this spot, but they definitely selected Jabril Cox out of LSU. Linebacker is a huge issue. You missed out on Dylan Moses. You missed out on Nick Bolton. And that's okay. Jabril Cox is worthy of the second round pick. He's rangy. He's athletic. He can play the run, but he can also play the pass. And with guys like Amari Cooper in the division, like those Dallas Cowboys, they have a very talented offense. And then as well as now the Washington football team having a very good wide receiver core, you need these linebackers who can at least cover. And that's going to be very crucial to their success. This next pick, we have Aiden Hutchinson. I mean, the Buccaneers could not let this pass up. Shaquille Barrett's on contract here, and Aiden Hutchinson, along with Jay Tuafele, is going to be able to keep this defense very, very talented and up there with some of the best in the NFL. I think that's going to be an excellent option. Aiden Hutchinson, I've heard rumors of him being Nick Bosa type. I'm not sure. Obviously, he's definitely not that good. Otherwise, he would not be going at this spot. But, I mean, hey, anybody can reach perfect ceiling, and Aiden Hutchinson is definitely a guy with a higher floor. Maybe not as high of a ceiling, but he's definitely somebody who you can replace Shaquille Barrett and feel okay. And if you want to keep Shaquille Barrett, he could eventually replace JPP, and that is perfectly fine. I feel so bad for you guys that I can't show you guys all the trades and stuff, but none of the trades were too insane. But we went a little bit pick crazy in the end. Now, the next pick, we couldn't let Boogie Basham get away from our boy here. Of course, in Myles Garrett. I mean, Boogie Basham, he's super underrated by TDN. He could be a first-round prospect. You never know what's going to happen. He could be taken by the Titans, for all we know. Boogie Basham is an excellent choice, and he's going to be an amazing pairing because Olivier Vernon ain't it, and Boogie Basham could be. His ceiling is through the roof. He honestly should be a first-round pick. He and Myles Garrett, as a Steelers fan, I'm scared shitless, but at least we got Eichenberg. That's perfectly fine. So at least he can at least go up against somebody who is semi-talented. Now, next, we have, of course, the Colts staying here with Paulson Adebo out of Stanford. I mean, I picked this last time, and that is a perfect pick. He's going to fit that scheme very well. You have some amazing safeties over the top that can protect him. Again, you could be moving on from Malik Hooker. I think that it's worth trying out one more year to see if he can stay healthy. And I love Malik Hooker. I think he's one of the most talented dudes when healthy. But man, this squad is so good. Julian Blackmon as well. That's going to be amazing pairing. Hopefully this video doesn't corrupt as well, but we have, of course, our fingers crossed. The next pick, we have the Jaguars trading up for Javon Holland. Yeah, it's this was an interesting pick, all right? So don't look. We're going to be sneaking over to the next pick. It was okay. I kind of spoiled the rest of the picks, but this is part of a three-way trade. So the Broncos traded back because they need a linebacker, right? But Jabril Cox is the only dude worth that exact pick. Like, I think that you might want to get some extra value for it. Javon Holland is worth this pick, hands down. Usually he's gone to the damn Ravens. The Jaguars, you're willing to give up a little bit. You gave up, I think, a 7th-round pick. It was really weird. I know one of these teams, I was selecting like this 222nd pick, and it was like, sure, that's a very likely odds. But then it shows the 200th pick, and they're like, nah. It was just really weird. But Javon Holland's going to be able to fix that secondary, and man, it's a great pairing. You have Asante Samuel, C.J. Henderson, Javon Holland. Javon Holland's he's a master of all trades, man. You have so many guys with a lot of youth and a lot of raw talent. Javon Holland's going to keep that stability in that backfield. Maybe he's not going to be your Earl Thomas that you want, but he is certainly good enough to keep the squad in very good competition. You want that Saxonville defense, you got to have some good coverage. So let's rock with Javon Holland at this pick, and it was definitely a great trade up. Next, of course, I mean, I've been doing this every single time. We needed a true left tackle, and of course, Tevin Jenkins was a right tackle, so obviously it's not the perfect fit because, of course, Dwayne Brown is going to retire sometime soon, and Jackson Carman's going to be able to stick into that spot, and he's been protecting Trevor Lawrence for years now. Definitely somebody who he makes some boneheaded mistakes, has some blips on the radar with being able to recognize blitz packages. However, he's been improving, and that's perfectly fine. Jackson Carman deserves to be a pick at this spot as well. So I like that a lot. Next pick, we have the Titans. And the Titans, I thought it was cute, all right? I thought it was really cute. I was going to be going Darius Stills because I love Darius Stills. But you got Azeez Ojulari. Getting a guy like Jordan Davis, you have that finesse. You have the chemistry. It's cute, all right? Having that immediate chemistry, building on that defensive front. I mean, man, Jordan Davis deserves to be this high of a pick too. So that's a match made in heaven, man. I'm telling you, that's a match made in heaven. I love it so much, man. It's great. is honestly great. The Titans, I'm sure you guys are going to be happy with that pick. I think you guys should be happy with that pick. Having instant chemistry with your pass rusher as well, it's going to ease his introduction to the NFL, and it's just going to be awesome. Absolutely awesome. The next pick we have, honestly, I'm going to start doing it this way so I don't spoil the pick. We have the Broncos trading back up with the Bills. So that's why you saw the Bills as the first pick in the third. To be able to select Chaz Surratt, because you all know that I love giving the Chiefs Chaz Surratt. He's rangy, he's athletic, a former quarterback, is able to blitz well, he's able to cover well, he's able to read everything very well, and that is a really good talent to have on the Broncos squad. You guys now have the coverage corner on the outside to add some extra youth. Now you can add that linebacker in there, and that's going to be absolutely amazing. I know you guys love to be able to get Jabril Cox, but I think Chaz Surratt is able. Oh, we can't spoil all those. Chaz Surratt is going to be able to add some true depth, some true meaning into this squad, and that's going to be great. You're building up this defense very well, and then soon you get to build up your offense too, because it's honestly a quarterback away from dropping in. If we're going to be honest here, Broncos fans, hit back on this one. Let me know what you think about this. What if you traded for Carson Wentz? That's an interesting one, right? You have a pretty solid offensive line. You have a great wide receiver core. You have a good run game. Now you have a really good defense too. It's just a thought. Just bounce back on me on that one, all right? Now next, we have, I did this last time, so I guess no surprise here. Kadarius Toney is going to be taken by the Saints because Taysom Hill has been straight up targeted as Sean Payton's Playboy magazine cover. All right, he just loves this dude. Swear to God, he spends private time just thinking about this kid. I don't get it. He is a gadget weapon. He's fun. Taysom Hill's gonna be great, but he needs someone to check it down to. A real true number 2 wide receiver. Kadarius Toney is a guy with sky high ceiling and dirt low floor. In a team like the Saints, where they'll probably tank next year, they can be able to afford something like that. That's going to be a great pairing on this squad. Get Kadarius Toney, Michael Thomas. Kadarius Toney's hard to bring down in the field. He's very similar to Alvin Kamara if you swap the running back for wide receiver traits. I think that he's hard to bring down. He's very elusive, but Kadarius Toney could be one of the biggest steals in this draft class if he lives up to his potential. In the next pick, we apparently have a trade. The Chargers are trading up with, I believe, the Steelers to select a center in Josh Myers. Now, Mike Pouncey he's A, injured, B, on contract here, C, expensive. Josh Myers is, if we want to keep Pouncey, he could stick in for where, of course, Forrest Lamp is going to be gone, / Dan Feeney. So, you guys have a lot of guards and tackles on contract, but Josh Myers is the second best center in this draft class. It's pretty much hands down with Landon Dickerson's injury. So, again, Landon Dickerson's going to be falling quite a bit because of that knee injury. But Josh Myers is definitely worth this pick. Out of Ohio State, you watch those run lanes open up. That's amazing. You're going to be able to have a blue-chip prospect at this spot. And if you want to keep Pouncey for one more year, maybe franchise tag him. I would franchise tag Mike Williams if I'm going to be honest. But if you want to franchise tag Mike Pouncey, let Josh Myers play guard and learn from him, that's going to be perfect match made in heaven too. So I think that's a great spot. Plus the Steelers, with how we're playing, we do need some extra dudes for extra depth. It's just a little bit unfortunate. Couldn't really find a great option here, honestly, for the value. I love giving us Jalen Tweeman, but watch out the next round for that. With the next pick, we have the Green Bay Packers selecting Darius Stills. Darius Stills, he pops off on tape to me. He's one of my favorite defensive linemen in this entire class. He's able to, you watch him every play, and he's just pushing back those offensive linemen, unlike his brother who's playing on the other side of him. It shows that it's not just the guard that's the problem. Darius Stills is the problem. He's just pushing through people. He's making a play every single play. I really like this kid. He's really good. One of my subs pointed him out to me. Thank you guys so much for doing that. It's awesome. Him being able to help out Kenny Clark there, that's going to be a match made in heaven as well. I love it. Take a shot every time I say match made in heaven. I'm very happy with this draft, okay? That's the only reason why I didn't have to redo the entire thing. I loved all the trades and everything. Way too many trades to have to, of course, deal with all the picks. Now, the next pick, we have the Chiefs finishing off the draft with losing Sammy Watkins, but gaining a true weapon in Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's really fun. He's really fun to watch. I'm going to be honest. True route running technician. He looks really tiny. I'm going to be honest. He looks really tiny. Might just because Drake London's 6'5", but At 6'1", he certainly looks like he's 5'10", but he is really fast. He's very agile, good route running technician. Can play slot. He used to play slot. Now he can play boundary as well. It's going to be a great fit on this squad for Kansas City to get rid of Sammy Watkins, save some cash, and be able to bring on a true weapon for a couple years in Amon-Ra St. Brown. So I am so sorry that you guys couldn't see that first part. Blame Apple. It's just some stupid shit, but it is what it is, guys. That's okay. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Like we'll see the next round. We're starting off with the Buffalo Bills, maybe. But let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Hit that sub button. I'll see you on the far side. Peace.